Controlling the triple threat of COVID-19, influenza and dengue is a major agenda item for the Ministry of Health and Wellness. This mission requires every one of us to always be vigilant and take preventative measures against the spread of these infectious diseases.
Knowledge is power, and our awareness of this triple threat is the first step to victory. The next step is to do what we know needs to be done and can be done to protect ourselves and the people we care about. COVID is still out there, requiring continued vigilance in our national response to the disease, including the strict adherence to infection prevention and control measures. Masking up, we must add the masks, washing the hands, keeping your physical distancing from others, and sticking to quarantine or isolation as is required.
The Health Ministry has maintained a robust testing protocol in the COVID response to track and trace the virus and slow its spread. That includes government's approval for some private entities to carry out the gold standard polymerase chain reaction PCR test for COVID-19, as well as the antigen test, which has a quicker turnaround time for results.
Combined, private sector entities are now able, for a cost or for a fee, to offer the PCR test for COVID with the sanctioning of the Ministry of Health and Wellness. And so you can go to a microlabs, and they're all over the country. You can get swabbed, samples collected, sent into Carigen, and Carigen will do the test, turn it around, and send back the results. In addition to that, the ministry has also approved Technology Solutions Limited to do environmental testing. And what this means is that this entity, Technology Solutions Limited, is able to go into your company or your home or wherever else in a public space, and they can test surfaces to determine if the virus exists on those surfaces.
Infection prevention measures for the flu caused by the influenza virus is the same as for COVID-19. They include covering the mouth and nose and coughing and sneezing in a piece of tissue, which is then properly disposed of immediately. Both COVID and the flu are highly infectious diseases requiring persons with symptoms to stay at home and avoid contact with others in order to prevent spread. Both have similar symptoms, which makes it difficult to tell which illness is present. Common symptoms of the two infections include coughing, runny or stuffy nose, and shortness of breath.
And so it's very important that as citizens, if you have any of these symptoms, you get checked out by a doctor. And it's also important that you do not panic, but at least get the diagnosis to determine which of the two or indeed the three you may have. Because depending on what you have, your treatment would vary.
The flu season begins in November of each year and extends to March. However, it can be longer, starting earlier in October and lasting until May. The government has made 23,000 doses of the flu vaccine available free of cost for the most vulnerable in the population. Persons can get the vaccine at public healthcare facilities across the island.
The priority for this vaccine would be healthcare workers initially, pregnant women, children over 6 months with chronic illnesses, non-health frontline workers such as the police officers, army, correctional services, customs, and immigration officers, and transport operators. Institutionalized persons, those in the infirmaries, nursing homes, and the elderly, 65 years and older, and those with chronic illnesses. And indeed, I would say parliamentarians too. Persons or public officials, elected officials who are on the ground in the communities, interfacing with a wide cross-section of the population, they would represent a risk. I would certainly want to encourage those, particularly of a particular age cohort, to seek out, and you can get it done privately, the vaccine, because it certainly will assist in protecting you against the flu.
Shorten the duration of any flu-like illness that you may get. The severity will certainly be lessened. The hospitalization will be decreased. What has been shown when we look at what occurred in the southern hemisphere for their winter season, it was shown that persons who received the flu vaccine actually, if they got COVID, their impact of the illness was much less, and they also had less deaths in persons who had received the vaccine.
Controlling the population of the Aedes aegypti mosquito, which transmits the dengue virus, is the most potent action to protect against dengue fever, the third tier in this triple virus threat. The mosquitoes are domesticated and usually live in and around areas where people are located. They breed in containers holding water.
We're talking about the vase that you keep on the whatnot, or the bucket that you might keep in the bathroom to store water because you don't have running water to flush the toilet, or the leaking pipe under the sink that you put a pan to catch because you didn't get a chance to fix the pipe. All of those things become breeding sites for mosquitoes and ultimately poses a risk to you.
The national response to this threat has brought the Aedes aegypti indices to a low level, following government's single largest investment of nearly $300 million in the island's vector management infrastructure.
We had in place over 1,244 vector control workers. 222 are permanent, so those are the ones on staff, but we engaged just over another 1,022. Those are still in place, and they have been out in the field doing the work, bringing the messaging, giving out the brochures. We've had 60 new vehicles that have been assigned to the vector control program. 36 of the 60 had vehicle-mounted foggers. We have 76 handheld fogging machines with another 35 in stock.
Citizens, meanwhile, are told to constantly monitor their environment for mosquito breeding sites and take action to prevent breeding.
Tightly cover our water drums, so secure our water storage tanks. The searching the drums and mosquito breeding sites, including our, all the things that I mentioned earlier. Once you see that little wiggly thing in the water, you know that mosquitoes breeding in it.
So, as we continue to take responsibility for our own health and the well-being of all around us, let's get informed and take action to stay safe.
Follow the protocols. What we do not want is to be overwhelmed as a public health response, where people don't have access to hospital beds, doctors, nurses, if they need it because of a dengue, a flu outbreak, or indeed COVID. And I think we can do that.